Morning to you, Lisa. If you've ever checked out TripAdvisor for the best restaurant in Sydney, quite often you'll come up with this. It's Gelato Messina. This is a gelato shop in Darlinghurst in Sydney, and it is famous for its fresh gelato. They have 40 different flavours, 7 different daily flavours that kind of change around. It is mouth-watering, beautiful gelato. We're going to get into it this morning, but first we're going to get into the weather because it is a lovely time for gelato. Winter, it's a good time to be making gelato. This is what's happening. Now, normally when you go into a gelato shop, you'll see the gelato's been absolutely massacred by people coming in and hoking into it right through, if that's a word, hoiking, whatever, into it throughout the day. But this is what it looks like in the morning, Carl and Lisa. It is absolute delicious big mounds of fresh gelato ready to be tucked into. Now, the reason that we're here is that the boys are doing a couple of special gelato flavours today for the Socceroos, for their big win tonight. And they're even doing one for the Today Show, so I've got more.
Thank you for that, Ben. Right now, let's get a check of the weather with Stevie. Good morning, Stevie.
Good morning to you, Lisa, at Gelato Messina this morning, and they are celebrating the World Game, particularly tonight's Socceroos game against Iraq with a very special flavour. Now, this is the machine that churns out the beautiful gelato fresh every night, and we'll tell you exactly what that flavour is going to be to celebrate tonight's big one. Right after we have a look at the weather at your place, here's your brekkie. This is it, the Gelato Messina new flavour to celebrate the big game tonight called the Qualifier, using ingredients from Australia and also from Iraq. So it's not really about the Socceroos, it is about the game itself. Now, this is made of vanilla and rose water gelato. Now, rose water is a flavour they use in Arabic cooking, and in amongst it is a little bit of fig lamington. You don't get much more Aussie than lamington, and fig is another ingredient that is used in Arabic cooking. So this one, especially for the big game tonight, and you got to come in and sample it, Lisa.
That should keep the Socceroos certainly on a sugar high, Stevie. Thank you.
Good morning to you, Lisa. The Socceroos' big game tonight to qualify for the World Cup, Gelato Messina, are really celebrating that with a new flavour called the Qualifier, and that mixes Australian and Iraqi flavours like lamington and rosewater. We've got a few Socceroos fans that have come in already this morning to try out some of these amazing gelatos. Alessandro, Tristan and Lily down there. So we're going to dig into them in just a minute. But first, let's have a look at the weather at your place today. Right around the country this morning, hour or so, they've got 40 flavours here at Gelato Messina. I'm going to check out the Qualifier. This is the World Cup ice cream with lamington, rosewater, a little bit of vanilla and some fig jam. Oh, man. That is insane. You know what? It doesn't matter if Australia wins tonight because everyone's a winner when you try this one. Hey, what are you guys trying out?
Yogurt and caramel.
Yogurt and caramel?
Salted coconut and mango.
Oh, how good does that sound?
Peanut butter and Oreo.
Peanut butter and Oreo. They're just some of the 40 flavours that they have here. And like Georgie Gardner said, any time of the year is a good time for gelato. And this stuff is the best you'll find anywhere in the world. Oh.
Gee, handsome kids. That young fella's got nail polish on too. Well done to him. Fully committed.
Yeah, it's
all happening.
Fully committed.
A young Ricky Martin meets
exactly.
Seal. That's what
Isn't
their love
he
child
handsome?
would look like.
Very handsome young fella. Yeah, great smile.
Thank you, Stevie.
Good stuff, Stevie. Go to Socceroos.
Indeed.
Good morning. We're at Gelato Messina this morning. Probably the best gelato shop in the world. This is the creative department where they make some of their one-offs like the incredible blood-splattered samurai, the Aussie pavlova made out of gelato, the mini-me mushroom, and they even make a gelato hamburger called the Royale with cheese. Now, they play with the molecular structure of this. So the egg yolk, which is an apricot gel, is actually all soft and gooey. Now, the cheese is actually made of white chocolate. The cucumber is actual compressed cucumber, and the bread is made out of a sponge. This is taking dessert to a whole new level. And believe me, that is so good, you do not need fries with that, Carl and Lisa. We'll show you some of their other creations, but let's head into your brekkie table this morning, see what's happening with the weather. Amazing gelato cake creations that they have here at Gelato Messina, like the Bomb Alaska, the beautiful Black Forest, Dr. Evil's Magic Mushroom, and the Hazelnut Zuccotta. Now, they are going to do something very special for us and for the Socceroos today. So we're going to be tweaking some of these creations for a big win tonight for the Socceroos and a special treat for the Today Show, Carl and Lisa.
Very cool, Stevie. Thank you.
G'day, Carlos. We're at Gelato Messina this morning. They are artists when it comes to their desserts. Now, this is a traditional dessert, the Bomalaska with a twist. That is made with chocolate fondant gelato, raspberry sorbet, flourless chocolate sponge, and the Italian meringue. But they are soccer fans or football fans here, so we have got a Socceroos twist on this. Coming up for your breakfast treat and your breakfast... this is the sort of creative flair that they have here at Gelato Messina. We've got Julie, who is a French pastry chef, doing a Socceroos-inspired Bomalaska made with salted caramel, chocolate fondant gelato, and of course the Italian meringue in the green and gold colours. And let me tell you, this one will kick a goal at any dinner table, Carl and Lisa.
Nice.
Look at that.
Wear that on my head.
Isn't that good? G'day, I'm having a bit of a gelato brekkie this morning in Darlinghurst in Sydney. Bit of a nippy morning as well. In fact, the coldest morning since September last year, down to around 8 degrees this morning. And Sydney-siders will have to get used to that. We'll see these chilly nights and mornings with clear skies probably through until early next week. And let's see what's happening with the weather at your place today. We've got 2 degrees, and it is a big thank you to Gelato Messina for hosting us this morning. Make sure you come on down today and try their qualifier, which is a celebration of gelato with Australian and Iraqi flavours for the Socceroos game tonight. They've got over 40 flavours of gelato, all made fresh daily. It is absolutely sensational. So, go the Socceroos, Carl and Lisa.
Indeed, Stevie.
Just a couple to sample here
Did you
this morning.
send some over or didn't worry about it?
Hang on a minute, let me just check.
Yeah, yeah.
No.